This is a quick video about zooming. It's really useful to be able to zoom in and out effortlessly when you're using Photoshop. You'll have seen when I was cloning and working around here how I zoomed in to do the detail and then zoomed out to get the big picture, quite literally. I have reopened this file, and for some reason when Photoshop opens a file it doesn't maximize the screen space. You see the space around, so chances are the first thing I will do is on my Mac command, hold down command and tap 0. And that makes the best use of the screen space. So on a Windows machine it would be Control 0, on the Mac it's Command 0. Be careful you press 0 up with the numbers and not O. If you do Command Control O, then you bring up the file open dialog. Here's recent files coming up, which isn't what I want. So it's Control 0, Command 0. And that's a really useful one at any time when you've zoomed in. My preferred method is to hold down the Alt key on the keyboard. You can see how the cursor changes. I'm holding down Alt now. And then I zoom into the point that I'm interested in. And you see how the cursor is zooming into that point. If it's not quite where I want it, then I can hold down the space bar and then the cursor changes to a hand so I can drag the picture around. And then Command 0 or Control 0 zooms me out again. So I really like that method. If I wanted to zoom in over here, I press Alt, hold down Alt, and I'm zooming in to where my cursor is. So Command 0, zoom out again. If you don't like remembering keyboard shortcuts, then in the toolbar there's the Zoom tool, and it's the magnifying glass. You just click on that, or you can press Z on the keyboard, and then where you click, if you've got the plus in the magnifying glass, you see I've got the plus, and then where I'm clicking I'm zooming in, and I can do the thing of holding down space bar again and dragging, and I can do Control Command 0 to zoom out. So that's quite useful, and that's always there if you can't remember the keyboard shortcuts. And up on the on the options bar, there's a minus. So let me just zoom in over here for a change. So I've zoomed in here. If I want to zoom out, I can come over here to the minus, click on that, and then just zoom out. And you can see in the cursor how the plus has now changed to a minus. This can get a bit confusing if you leave it like that and then you want to zoom in and you forget. You're zooming out and you may not know why. The reason is you've got this, you've still selected the minus up here, so click the plus and then it will behave as you expect it to. Control 0, Command 0 will always bring it back to the screen size. What else? On a Windows machine, Control plus will zoom you in. I'm holding down Control and tapping plus. And Control minus on Windows will zoom you out. On a Mac, of course, it's Command plus. And the plus shares with the equals, doesn't it? It's that key, Command equals. You can think of it, if you like. Command plus makes it easier to remember, perhaps, but the plus is sort of above the equals, so perhaps to be more exact, it's Command equals to zoom in. But the key just to the left of it is the minus and the underscore, and it's Command that key to zoom out. And then Command 0. So the Control on Windows, Control plus, Control minus. And that works on the internet as well. That's quite a useful one to know if you find the text size is a bit small on the internet. Control plus, Control minus for Windows, or Command plus, Command minus from Mac. So it's really, really helpful to be able to zoom in. Several different ways of doing it, of course. What else? You've also got scroll bars actually when you're zoomed in. You see along the bottom of my screen I'm scrolling. The mouse wheel without pressing Alt, that does the same as this scroll bar and scrolls me up and down. This only really works when you're zoomed in because otherwise there's nowhere to scroll. And that was Command 0 to zoom me out again. So get familiar with the zoom tools. Oh, and actually, while I'm still talking about the zoom tool from the toolbar, you can see up here there's some useful controls as well. So if I zoom in here, then fit screen, that is like my Command 0, Control 0. Fill screen will choose the, well, it will fill the screen and it chooses the shorter dimension to fill the screen with, if that makes any sense. So whereas fit screen chooses the longer dimension to fill the screen or to show, if I do fill screen, it will fill the screen with the top and the bottom, because this is a very wide picture. I'll lose my edges, but from top to bottom, it will show me everything. So over here, I've got the full tree, but I don't use that one very often myself. Okay, that's it for now.